Tonight on Battlebots NZ, the third episode has finally begun. Can Spinner, the shredding monster, take out Dropsaw? Then Veal, hoping to turn Kilotron into calf beef. Then Demon Horns, hoping to chuck out Maniac and win the whole season. Let the third episode begin on Battlebots NZ. Hello everybody, my name is Kaden McIntyre and welcome to the third episode of Battlebots NZ. We are halfway through the round 1 battle so far. We have 6 robots in the winners bracket and 6 robots in the losers bracket. Now, 2 more episodes to go before we have 12 robots in each bracket, winners and losers, and then we're going to pick 4 out of the 12 losers to get 4 wildcard spots into the winners bracket, which means they get a second chance in the competition, and there'll be 16 robots in round 2, hence why it's called the round of 16. Now, we got 6 more robots here, as you see on this list. All of them are pretty nasty. The first fight's going to be pretty exciting as well. So, let's go over to the battle board and have a look at the awesome 6 robots we've got for our third episode of Battlebots NZ. Here is how round 1 works. We have 6 robots in each episode. We have 3 battles. The 3 robots will go through to a winning bracket. They'll automatically go through to round 2, and the 3 losers will go into a losers bracket. Then, by the end of next week, we'll have 12 losing robots into a losers bracket, and then we only need to pick 4 out of the 12 robots to earn a wild card to get in to the round of 16, which will be in a couple of weeks time. Now let's have a look at the robots that are competing today. We got Spinner versus Dropsaw, Veal versus Kilotron, and Demon Horns versus Maniac. But first, let's go over to Spinner and Dropsaw. But before we do that, let's go down the hall and discuss what makes Spinner so special. Okay, this is what makes Spinner so unique. Now, here is the robot, Spinner. As you can see, it's got a very big spinning blade, which is its main weapon. Now, what we are in now is a room that I used to sleep in since I was 8. And in 2013, I had 5 different seasons of Battlebots. I did 5 seasons in here of Battlebots itself. And this machine here, which is Spinner, competed in many of the tournaments, and pretty much all of those tournaments. And the spinning blade literally hacked and ripped almost any robot that I fought against. Now, we've got a different incarnation of it now for this new series that we got now. Or you are watching at this very minute. And as you can see, it's a lot more maneuverable than the original incarnation of Spinner. Meaning that it's got a different target. It's got a better chance to rip robots to shreds. Now, he has won a robot tournament before. And he's hoping to win this one. This spinning blade right here that you see right now can literally rip a robot to shreds. So, I would keep an eye on this robot if I were you. For right now, let's go back down to the arena box and have a look at the introduction. Here are the first of the robots. Here's Spinner. Now this is a very uniquely designed robot, as we just discussed about him just before. That spinning blade spins very quick. And the good thing about this robot is while the robot has its weapon spinning, it's very hard to get a decent attack on him, especially if he's up against flippers. But if he is up against a flipper, he'll not self right whatsoever. And here's his opponent, Dropsaw. Pretty big machine. He's got a grinding wheel that is designed to spin and hammer into robots that can really cause some sparks. He is quite big and can be unbalanced, which is going to be a big problem, and the armor is quite thin. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Battlebot contest between 2 nasty machines. In the red square, a machine with a vicious attitude, with a very destructive, high-speed spinning blade. Here is Spinner. And his opponent in the blue square, with a grinding wheel that can be used as a hammer, and one of the most biggest robots competing in this episode. Here is Dropsaw. Alright, this is the first fight of the episode between Spinner and Dropsaw. Spinner with a big spinning blade. As you see, he's spinning it right now. Be very wary of this blade. This has trashed many robots in other tournaments. He's competed in many other tournaments. And here's Dropsaw with a grinding wheel that can smash down onto the arena floor. This could do some severe damage, but of course it's not very stable in the way of armour, and it's a bit cumbersome. Right, let's start it all off. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand clear, we're about to start combat. It's gonna be awesome, this fight. 3, 2, 1, fight! And we're off! Spinner and Dropsaw. Spinner with the big blade. Dropsaw. The disc. Oh no, the disc. Oh, the Dropsaws are many bent. Spinner smashing and bits breaking off. Spinner's blade. Dropsaw's weapon is immediately badly buckled, but it's still functioning, almost tipping the machine over. Spinner's blade now, ready once again. Ooh. Dropsaw's trashed. Dropsaw is completely immobilized and incapacitated. And that's the end of it. Spinner. And look at the state of Dropsaw. Its weapon buckled, its arm is completely ripped apart. I'll give you a close-up. This is the reason why Spinner's the favourite. Look at that. Ripped apart. Look out for Spinner. Here's the second lot of robots. Here's Veal, named after some meat from a calf that's 3 months old. So that's basically why they call their robot Veal, because they like eating beef. But, of course, they're hoping to turn all other robots into beef with a lifting arm. They can lift robots straight up into the air, and then you can plunk them out the arena. The main weakness is that it's not well constructed and can fall apart quite easily. But he can self-right, and he can run both ways up. And here's his opponent, Killatron. Now, we've seen this robot compete in many tournaments in Battlebots. Another one of the old legends that we had back in the old days. He's got a frame around the robot that's going to be good against grinding wheels. And he's got a CO2 powered double-headed axe, which in our eyes is probably one of the most destructive weapons we've seen. So, be very wary of this machine. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Battlebot contest between two mighty warriors in the red square. A robot with a nasty attitude that's hoping to turn anyone into cow beef. Here is, with a lifting arm, Veal. As opponent to the blue square, a ferocious double-headed CO2 powered axe that can leave holes into many robots. Holy moly, it's Killatron! Right, the second fight of the night between Veal, which is named after calf meat, with a lift on the front, and Killatron, which is named after a warrior in Robot Wars, way back in 1997, with a double-headed axe. Let's start off the battle! Ladies and gentlemen, please stand clear, we're about to start combat. Veal and Kelatron. It's going to be a pretty good fight between the two robots. Three, two, one. Fight. We're off. It's Veal and Kelatron. Both robots have been around a fair bit of time. Kelatron's smashing Veal into a side. Oh, and the wheel is broken off straight away there. Veal is not. Kelatron. Veal has lost its wheel immediately. That's the first strike there. Another slam. Veal now. Kelatron's probably going to try to break off the other wheel. See, the axe is pretty powerful. Oh, big blow onto the wheel. Okay, Veal broken, Kelatron through to the next round. Okay, here are the robots. Here's Demon Horns. A flipper on the front is its main weapon. He has horns on the front to get under robots so he can chuck them out the arena, which is his main goal for this series. He can self-right, but if he does land on its side, I don't think he can self-right at all because of the top spikes on the side does prevent it from self-righting. But the arm is also quite thin as well, which is a weakness. And here's his opponent, Maniac, another old veteran for Battlebots, competing many times. He is probably one of the most best driven robots around, capable of putting the best maneuvers ever seen in Battlebots history. His main weapon is a wedge which can get under robots so he can slam them. Also can be used as a hammer device to slap robots. The weakness is that he's quite light and can be very vulnerable to flippers, Demon Horns especially. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Battlebot contest between two machines in the red square. A big flipper with big spiky horns on the front, capable of self-righting and capable of chucking robots out of the arena. Here is Demon Horns. And his opponent in the blue square, the most insane machine in the Battlebot competition, with a wedge/hammer weapon. This insane machine has a special name. Everyone calls him Maniac. That's the last fight of our third episode between Demon Horns and Maniac. Now, another robot, which is Maniac's, been in many tournaments. As I said before, we got a lot of robots in this season that's competed in many tournaments that are competing. So yes, Maniac's one of them. Probably one of the most best driven robots, so he could do some damage against Demon Horns. This is the first time with some horns on the front of the robot that can flip robots over. Quite a powerful flipper on it. But of course the actual weapon itself is not really that strong, so it can break. But against a robot that's pretty light, I think Maniac will be the one who'll be broken, and we'll wait and see. We've seen lots of good robots go out so far. Maniac's going to be one of them. Let's start the fight. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand clear. We're about to start combat.
3, 2, 1.
We're off. So Maniac now immediately trying to get straight in as a lifting arm with a axe weapon. Gets Demon Horns with the flippers. He gets underneath the back of Maniac. Maniac spins away. Pretty well driven as Maniac. So wondering if Demon Horns is going to have some difficulties. Maniac flipped over. Can work both ways. Just by that special weapon on the front of the robot. Big smash. Ooh, Maniac needs to keep clear of the arena walls, and Demon Horns almost chucks Maniac out of the arena there. Oh, another big flip from Demon Horns, and Maniac stays into the arena. Immediately, this is the longest fight so far. Oh, another big flip. Maniac. It's a good fight so far, but Demon Horns, oh, trying to get another flip on Maniac. Demon Horns. Oh, Maniac nearly out the arena that time, but the toilet paper roll saved them. They are designed to stop robots flying out the arena, so they bounce back, so that the fight can continue when you're up against flippers. So he's got to see more spectacular flipper action in these battles. A lot of improvements in these arenas back in the years of robot fighting, especially in this house anyway. Maniac. Trying to get another attack onto Demon Horns. Demon Horns, oh, it's flipped out the arena. Maniac flies, thank God. And that's the end of Maniac. Has lasted a fair amount of time, but Demon Horns really proved itself in the arena. Got a decent flip and bow, out it went. Ah, Maniac. Drove like a maniac, but still flew out the arena. Well, that's the end of our episode for today. Those were some good fights. A couple of them have been quite quick. It's actually quite a surprise that Veal is the one that's been turned into cow meat straight up. And then the other robot, which was Spinner, completely smashed drops, so that was good fun. And then Flipper, shall I say, Maniac, drove like a maniac, lasted a long bout of time before he flew out the arena by Demon Horns. Now, next we've got to have our final first round battlers. Our last 6 robots are into the arena, and then we're going to see who our 4 wildcard robots are to join the 12 winners to make the round of 16. So I'll see you then. As always, if you like the episode, subscribe, click like, and I'll see you next week. Now if you want to see more of my videos, click on my channel. I've got a few videos up there that you can watch. As always, I'll see you next week for the 4th episode of Battlebots NZ.